What is going on, you crazy sons of bitches? Welcome to the Mud Jug 1 channel. I am your host. That's right. We got a special show planned for you guys today. Hope everybody's doing well. We are going to talk about all kinds of stuff today. So, grab your can of dip or your bag of chaw and pack your lip or pack your jaw. Now, most of you guys know that I'm a hockey fan, and yes, I wanted to film this video when the LA Kings beat out the San Jose Sharks in Game 7 right after the game, but I wasn't able to do that, and now here it is. Kings have advanced to play Chicago Blackhawks, and Kings are down 2-0. Hopefully we pull through and come back. Also, I know there's a lot of Blackhawk fans out there, a lot of dippers in Illinois, and but I will say this: I have a hard time rooting for Chicago, no matter who they're playing, because you know why? Can anybody guess? Because Obama's from Chicago! Alright, enough of the shenanigans. We got something special today, guys and gals. We're going to do a little beach nut Josky for the Josky. Now, I haven't had beach nut in forever. Now, I used to buy the wintergreen, and I used to mix it with, Big League Chew, bubble gum, whatever, and just jam it in the cheek and spit for days. I mean, it has to be, it's got to be, man, at least 10 years since I had some beach nut. Now, I had a hard time finding this, number one, because California sucks. But second of all, it was $8.29, something crazy like that. So it was a brand new bag. Now, I don't know how dry. I got this shit at freaking Rite Aid, okay? And I don't imagine they sell a whole lot at Rite Aid. So whatever they have there is probably pretty old. But, nonetheless, beggars can't be choosers. Smells alright. So, kind of have a hard time reviewing Chew because, to me, it all tastes very similar. I mean, this shit's dry. It's alright, we'll take a stab at her. I don't know if this shit's normally dry, I don't remember. Of course, it doesn't even have an expiration date on the damn thing. It's so old. Probably was made before they made it mandatory for an expiration date. But anyway, shut up and stick your chew in your mouth, damn it. Mwah. Oh, man. Yeah, that's really dry. Really dry. I mean, that's like chewing on potato chips right there. Corn chips. Mud Jug of the day, that's right. We have a new Mud Jug out, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. This is the Blood Red Walking Dead Mud Jug. Now, we have had the zombie Mud Jugs in the past. Oh, let me get it. Oh. But this is new because we've never had a red one, and also because there's a good one. Ooh, yeah. The zombie pattern is bigger than the old one. If you guys can even tell. Oh, yeah. So the zombies are bigger than the old school one. We named this the Blood Red Walking Dead. Something different. So that is the Mud Jug of the day. Those are available currently on mudjug.com. We only ran like 50 of these. Just want to see how they do. Everybody says that Chew tastes like raisins. And I agree to that to a certain extent. I agree with that. But this stuff really tastes like raisins. Holy! I mean, It's like I'm chewing on a box of Raisin Bran without the flakes. It's not bad. I don't mind the taste of raisins. You know, it's not as sweet. It's not as sweet as raisins are, but very similar. So, you know, if you're looking for something different, I don't know how different this is from Red Man, to be quite honest with you. Actually, the last chew review I did was Red Man Golden Blend, and that shit was just too sweet for me. It was too sugary. This isn't as bad. So I'd have to say that this is probably better than Red Man Golden Blend, in my opinion. Is it better than Red Man Classic or Traditional, whatever the hell you want to call it, in the red bag? I don't know. It's pretty damn close. It might be. It's got a different, it almost has like a little bit of a soury taste to it, if that makes any sense. Maybe because it's old as shit, I don't know. If you guys like Spittin' Black, I tell you. Definitely get some chew if you like spitting that tar. But ooh, that's disgusting. Oh man. If I hear one more person say how disgusting chewing or dipping is, I'm gonna start punching everyone from that point forward in the face. Especially when it's women, okay? I know all the ladies out there are gonna get mad at me again, you know, but I'll say it anyway. Tell me, obviously this goes out to the non-dipping, chewing ladies out there, but if my memory serves me correctly, every month something happens to a woman. And I'm just saying, that's a little bit more nasty than dipping and spitting it, in my opinion. But hey, what do I know, right? Moving on. Let's see. I got a list here. Alright. I want to let you guys know, I did recently go to Vegas. Okay? And I've had issues with bringing my mud jug into the casinos in the past. But I hadn't been to Vegas in a while. Well, first of all, they don't allow your mud jug in the casino. Second of all, they don't even allow you to dip in the casino. Once I was told that I couldn't use my mud jug while I was gambling in the casino. Okay. And I'll admit, I like dipping while I'm gambling. I'm sorry. Just like smokers like smoking when they're gambling. So, I'll admit it, I was spitting in a bottle because that's the only choice I had. Well, pit boss comes over. You can't be doing that in this casino. Doing what? You can't be doing that chewing tobacco. I said, oh really? So let me get this straight. I'm standing next to old dickwad douchey over here smoking cigarettes, blowing that shit in my face, and everybody else is choking on that shit. Right? But that's okay. Right? But I can't spit in a mud jug or a bottle that doesn't affect anyone else. And he said, yeah, that's exactly right. You can't be in here if you're doing that shit. And I said, that's a load of bullshit. He said, I agree with you, but that's the rules. So I said, later. So yes, if you go to Vegas, be prepared to inhale that secondhand smoke and have your safety put in jeopardy by a potential fire hazard from cigarettes. But God forbid if you're able to dip while you're there. Speaking of the side effects of smoking, okay, you guys know that I've done tons of videos, not tons, but several very informative videos with a lot of substantial facts to back up my claims about how cigarettes are way worse for you than dip is. But I still get the retards coming out. Well, is it really that much better for you dipping than smoking? let me put it to you this way, for those of you that don't quite get it. Okay? Imagine you take a big old pile of firewood and you light that stuff on fire and you throw, and it's going and it's blazing and it's smoking and flaming like crazy. And you start throwing all your trash on there and it's just smoking and like crazy. Why don't you stand over that son of a bitch and just do this? Maybe, how many packs of cigarettes are in a cigarette pack? 20? 25? Do this 20 to 25 times a day for about 2 or 3 minutes over that fire. Just do this. You tell me how good that shit would be for you. That's exactly what smoking cigarettes is like. So wake up! So as you guys know, we've been running a contest, a Why Mud Jug contest. I picked a winner. The winner is on YouTube. His YouTube channel is Joe Bow. I will have the link down below to his video. I want to thank him for making an awesome video. And we will be sending him a mud jug, free mud jug of his choice, and we'll be putting his video, Why Mud Jug video, on our website, on the home page, boys and girls. So I want to thank everybody who participated in that. I wanted to also thank everybody. I did hit 30,000 subs the other day. I'm actually at 31 now. It's like 1,000 a week, something like that. It's crazy. So I appreciate everybody's support. A lot of people seem to like my videos, even non-dippers, because apparently I'm entertaining somehow. I don't know. I'm just kind of crazy, I guess. Maybe that helps. Canadians have Southern blend. Can you believe it? Different parts of Canada all over, they're getting Southern blend, and there's still no gosh darn Southern blend here in California. What the hell's up with that? Can't find it anywhere. Unbelievable. So if you're Canadian, just know, if you don't know yet, that there is Southern blend finding its way up there in good old Canada. I don't care if you live in, there's guys in Nova Scotia that are getting it. There's guys in Ontario. There's guys in BC getting it. So all across the map. But not here. Not in Cali. Speaking of Canadians, I wanted to mention, in Caledonia, Ontario, we now have another store that sells mud jugs. So there's one in Keene, Ontario, and there's one in Caledonia, Ontario, on the Six Nations Reserve, I believe. So, Canadians that don't want to spend that money on shipping, we can ship to Canada. We'll do it. It's $20 flat rate. But I mentioned in my last video, because I got a gift from freshcope.com. It was a 1/2-inch wrench with a bottle opener on the back. Oh yeah, it was special. Anyway, I mentioned that I didn't need a bottle opener because I opened a beer bottle that's not a twist off with a can of dip. And everybody's like, I need to see that. Can you show me how to do that? How do you open up a bottle with a can of dip? I need to know. So, I did. I had some people over a couple weeks ago. Now, I used to try different flavored beers. And I'm sorry, but I can't drink anything but PBR. I can drink stuff, other beer, but it just is not the same to me. I don't know, maybe I'm a true redneck, I don't know. Anyway, I had some people over a couple weeks ago, and they brought some fancy schmancy beer over, and it's been sitting in my fridge forever. So I grabbed one. And this is not a twist off, I'm pretty sure. Regardless, I can still show you guys how to take open a beer bottle with a can of dip. Now, you can literally open a beer bottle with anything that's not going to break. It can be a lighter. It can be. I've used other beer bottles. That's a lot of guys know how to do that. But where the hell I put that can of dip? Now, I don't recommend using the Fiberboard Copenhagen Copenhagen is probably not the best one to use anyway because their tin lids are thinner. Grizzly and Skoal are a little thicker, so it's probably better. But I did grab a Copenhagen Wintergreen that I have. It's uncracked, but it's in a plastic can, so it's less likely to bend the can. What you gotta do is anytime you open anything, anytime you open any beer bottle with anything that's hard, you gotta put whatever you're using to open it on this finger. Alright, let me show you. So this has to go, whatever you're using has to go on the finger, and you gotta go underneath and pry against your finger. So let's say I use this remote control right here, which I won't because it'll break the remote control. I would have to pry, can't even show very good, pry like this underneath. And this finger here is got to be solid, and you got to push up as you're doing it. So it's got to be something that has a decent edge on it, and a can of Copenhagen does. So I'm going to try and show you in the camera, just like that. Now, it is only, the hell time is it? I don't know, 2 o'clock. But it's 5 o'clock somewhere. So even though it's not PBR, I don't ever want to waste a good beer. Even if it's a shit beer, it's still beer. Ooh. Ugh, that's disgusting. That is disgusting. Widmer Brothers Rotator IPA series. Tastes like ass in out of a dead rhino, man. So I have a lot of people tell me that they really enjoy the NASCAR trading card segment in my videos. And I was going to just continue that little segment, but everybody says that they thoroughly enjoy those. So, by the way, Kyle Busch, if you're watching, kiss my white ass, you son of a bitch. Oh, the Kyle Busch fans out there are going to be so mad at me. Guys, you want to know why I can't stand Kyle Busch? Let's talk NASCAR for a bit. Look, the guys that race in Sprint Cup Series, those guys make a ton of money, okay? Now, the guys in the Nationwide, yeah, they make good money too. Okay, not like Sprint Cup as you know, but do some research. I did some research on what the Sprint Cup purse typically is per race, and versus what the Truck Series purse is per race. It's amazing the difference. I mean, blow your mind. I mean, we're talking 5 to 10 million purse for Sprint Cup, one Sprint Cup race that gets divvied up amongst all the drivers, and for Truck, I mean, we're talking like 500,000 to $1 million that gets divvied up. Huge difference. Point is, why I can't stand Kyle Busch is, number one, he's an asshole. You can tell in his interviews, and I've seen him in person. He's a prick. But the second thing is really, dude, you're making all this money in Sprint Cup, and he races some nationwide races too. Then you're gonna race in Truck too, and take away from those guys, those teams, and those guys who are struggling just to make it. Truck Series is hurting, guys. The purses aren't there. Those teams aren't making much money, if any, if even breaking even. Give the truck guys a chance to win. We all know Kyle Busch is a great driver. Yeah. He's a great driver. I won't take that away from him. But is his penis that small where he has to enter every race he possibly can, including Truck, and win every one of them and take it away from people who are trying to work their way up the ranks? That's why I can't stand him. Anyway, I digressed. So anyway, everybody wants me to do the NASCAR trading card segment. Now, I did buy some more is what I'm getting at here. 7 packs. 7 packs in here, guys. 7 packs. But I'm not going to do them in this video because I'm running out of time because I'm talking too much. Because I still got to do Shoulders of the Week. So, it is now time for Shoulders of the Week. Now, I've had a lot of people mention it, and a lot of people know this, some people don't. Okay? I know I do shout Soldier of the Week. I shout out soldiers in the Army, Marines, Navy, Air Force, etc. Okay? I know Marines aren't called soldiers. I know Navy men are called seamen. right? But what am I going to call it? Okay, it's time for soldiers, Marines, seamen, and airmen. I mean, of the week. Come on. All right. So no disrespect to anybody who's made the comments, and no disrespect to anybody who is currently serving or has served our country. If you're a Marine, you're a Marine. I understand that. But I call it the soldiers of the week because that sounds the best and makes the most sense. So at least give me a little bit of credit for at least having soldier of the week. Jeez. Anyway, I don't need credit. These guys and gals deserve the credit. So, the soldiers, Marines, airmen, and sailors, and seamen of the week are, first is Captain Matthew. These names, man, I butcher these names. I'll start over. Captain Matthew Zanishek from the Air Force, 62nd Flight Squadron, F-16B Corps student in Arizona. Next is Master Sergeant J.C. Barry, U.S. Air Force. Sergeant Samuel Bullock, Army, served for 16 years. Next is Kenneth Runyon, E6, Army. He's retired. Charles A. Shorey Sr., Vietnam Army veteran, cavalry scout, and was a POW twice. Man, but he got some stories. Next is U.S. Army veteran Roger Smith. He served in Vietnam. First Lieutenant Tyler Dalrymple, U.S. Marine Corps. Next is Raymond Fisher, paratrooper, U.S. Army, served in Desert Storm. And last but not least is Tim Weed from the U.S. Army. Now, I do want to give a special shout out to Matt Valdez from Fresno, California. He is just someone who purchased a mud jug. He watches my videos. The reason I'm giving him a shout out is because he purchased a specific mud jug that came in the free black. He told us in the customer notes that he wanted us to donate that to the troops, because we always send packages overseas to the guys, and there's some girls that could use mud jugs overseas. So I want to give Matt Valdez out of Fresno, California a shout out. He wanted us to donate that free black to one of the packages that we're going to send overseas. So appreciate that, Matt. So, I promise next video I will have an unboxing and we'll crack open one of these 7 packs of these NASCAR trading cards. And hopefully I'll get a Kyle Busch one so I can talk some more smack. Get yourself some beech nut cha. Just go to a store that sells a lot of it, because like I said, this stuff is old and nasty, and I still can't find the damn expiration date. But it's pretty good, actually. Pretty good indeed. I give it a 7.5 out of 10 for a cha. So that's about it for me, guys and girls. Always pack hammers, and always remember, if it ain't dip, it ain't shit.